Alright, Flickpop viewers, buckle up. We're kicking things off with the seismic news that Donald Trump is touching down in the UK for his second state visit, a monumental event that's already sending shockwaves through the political landscape. The king himself is set to welcome the US President and First Lady Melania Trump to Windsor Castle, complete with a lavish state banquet. But this visit isn't just about pomp and circumstance. It's packed with high-stakes discussions and potential controversies that have everyone talking. And the drama doesn't stop there. On Thursday, Donald Trump is slated to meet with Keir Starmer at Chequers, where the pressure is on to address those controversial steel tariffs that have thrown Whitehall into a tailspin. Plus, whispers of lingering questions surrounding Jeffrey Epstein threaten to cast a shadow over the entire affair, adding a layer of intrigue that's impossible to ignore. But the anticipation is building not just around the official proceedings, but also around the powerful voices ready to make their stand. Thousands are expected to march in protest across the country, with the Stop Trump coalition planning major demonstrations in London. They're calling out what they see as a disregard for human rights and a government prioritizing lucrative tech deals over democratic values. This visit is clearly igniting passionate debate. And speaking of groundbreaking deals, the US and UK are poised to ink a revolutionary agreement in advanced technologies, promising multi-billion-dollar investments in British data centers and a leap forward in areas like AI and quantum computing. This visit is shaping up to be a pivotal moment, packed with political maneuvering, public outcry, and the promise of future innovation. Stick with us for all the details, and make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on so you don't miss any of our exclusive coverage. Donald Trump's UK state visit, a stormy welcome. Donald Trump is once again descending upon the United Kingdom for a second, highly anticipated state visit, a rare honor that's already stirring up a whirlwind of political activity and public reaction. The US president, accompanied by First Lady Melania Trump, is set to be formally welcomed by the king at the historic Windsor Castle, where a grand state banquet will celebrate their arrival. This isn't just a ceremonial meet and greet. The visit is packed with crucial diplomatic and economic discussions, including talks on the ongoing conflicts in Ukraine and Gaza, and a significant push to secure a deal that could lift tariffs on UK steel. However, the visit is far from smooth sailing. Lingering questions about Donald Trump's past associations with Jeffrey Epstein are casting a long shadow, leading to intense scrutiny of the UK's diplomatic circles and potentially complicating relations. Adding to the political tension, President Trump is expected to confront Prime Minister Keir Starmer at Chequers, with reports suggesting he plans to challenge the UK leader on free speech issues, a topic that has already seen US officials criticizing Britain's Online Safety Act. Meanwhile, Whitehall is reportedly in a tailspin over Trump's previous decision to impose tariffs on UK steel, a move that has created significant economic friction. The public is also making its voice heard loud and clear. Thousands of protesters are planning demonstrations across the country, with the Stop Trump coalition organizing major marches in London to voice their opposition to the visit, citing concerns over human rights and the government's priorities. Police are on high alert, preparing for a significant security operation to manage the expected protests and maintain order, underscoring the high-stakes nature of this diplomatic engagement. But what does this high-stakes visit mean for the future of UK-US relations and global politics? Next, we'll uncover the details of a potential game-changing tech agreement that could reshape the digital landscape. Trump's UK summit, royal welcome and high-stakes deals. US President Donald Trump, alongside First Lady Melania Trump, is making his way to London for a significant state visit, aiming to strengthen ties with the United Kingdom. The White House has confirmed a packed agenda that includes meetings with the highest levels of the British establishment and key figures in the business world. This visit is being framed as a critical moment to reaffirm the special relationship between the two nations. The itinerary kicks off with a formal reception at Windsor Castle, where the royal family, including King Charles, will greet the American delegation. This will be followed by a state banquet, a traditional display of diplomatic hospitality. A central focus of the visit will be the meeting between President Trump and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer. The two leaders are scheduled to hold a joint press conference following their discussions, which are expected to cover international security, including strategies for addressing Russia's invasion of Ukraine. A major objective is to exert pressure on G7 nations and NATO members to take unified action regarding tariffs on Russian crude oil imports from India and China. Beyond political discussions, the economic and technological dimensions of the visit are substantial. The US and the UK are on the cusp of signing a pivotal cooperation agreement focused on nuclear energy development, designed to attract significant investment for new power plants. Furthermore, a groundbreaking technology agreement is anticipated, involving multi-billion-dollar investments in British data centers and advancements in fields like artificial intelligence, semiconductors, and quantum computing. This partnership aims to foster innovation and secure future economic growth for both nations. While the official meetings promise significant advancements, the public's reaction to the visit is a story in itself. Next, we'll dive into the widespread protests planned to greet Donald Trump's arrival. Protest erupts as Trump arrives for UK state visit. Donald Trump's second state visit to the United Kingdom is being met with a powerful wave of public dissent, as thousands are preparing to take to the streets in protest. The U.S. President and First Lady Melania Trump are scheduled to arrive, with planned demonstrations set to highlight widespread opposition to his policies and leadership. This visit, an unusual gesture for an American leader, is sparking passionate debates about human rights and democratic values. The itinerary sees Trump staying in Windsor until Thursday, when he and Melania Trump will travel to Chequers to meet Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer. While Trump will not be addressing Parliament directly due to recess, campaigners are determined to make their voices heard. The Stop Trump Coalition has organized significant marches in central London, condemning what they describe as the UK government's decision to honor a man who is violating human rights. Their spokesperson emphasized the urgency of protesting, especially after a large far-right demonstration occurred the previous weekend, criticizing Prime Minister Starmer's response as insufficient. Organizers are particularly concerned that the focus on nuclear and tech deals will primarily benefit the wealthy, neglecting the needs of ordinary citizens. They express a strong sentiment that the government should not compromise democracy and decency for economic gain. The scale of planned protests is significant, drawing parallels to the large turnout for a recent Tommy Robinson-organized event. In response to the potential for high-threat incidents, Thames Valley Police have confirmed an extensive security operation is in place, with armed officers and a range of equipment ready to ensure safety throughout the visit. With such strong public sentiment and a robust security presence, the atmosphere surrounding this visit is undeniably charged. Finally, we'll explore the innovative technology agreement poised to be signed, promising major investments and future advancements. Trump's UK visit, renewing alliances and forging tech futures. U.S. President Donald Trump is embarking on his second state visit to the United Kingdom, a trip aimed at reinforcing the strong bond between the two nations. Alongside First Lady Melania Trump, the president is expected to depart from a military base near Washington, signaling the start of a visit focused on diplomacy, security, and cutting-edge technology. The royal welcome awaits the Trumps, with King Charles and Queen Camilla set to greet them at Windsor Castle. A formal state banquet will further cement the diplomatic ties. A key engagement on the agenda is the meeting with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer at Chequers. Discussions are anticipated to center on pressing global issues, including joint strategies to counter Russia's aggression in Ukraine. President Trump is reportedly keen to rally G7 and NATO allies to coordinate actions, such as increasing tariffs on Russian crude oil sourced from India and China, demonstrating a united front against international instability. Furthermore, this visit marks a significant step towards future collaboration in the technological realm. The US and the UK are preparing to sign a new partnership agreement designed to boost cooperation in the development of advanced technologies. This includes substantial investments in critical areas such as artificial intelligence, semiconductors, and quantum computing, with a particular focus on bolstering British data centers. A senior U.S. official has highlighted that the visit is intended to highlight and renew the special relationship, underscoring the strategic importance of this alliance in the global arena. This partnership promises exciting advancements, but what does the public make of this high-profile visit? We've covered the political meetings, the protests, and the tech deals. Now let's see how it all wraps up. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. Donald Trump's second UK state visit has kicked off with royal welcomes and high-stakes talks, while protests erupted across the country. Meanwhile, the US and UK are set to ink a major tech and nuclear energy deal, promising future innovation. Don't miss out on any of the action. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this update, subscribe to FlickPop for more exclusive content, ring that notification bell so you never miss a video, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Plus, follow us on all social media platforms to stay connected. We'll see you in the next one.